ba beto presidential primaries ni won anim no wo mu chem sa fimpi mienu ni aduonu na yenyina nim se ntwo kese ne koma MPP amani okro ni se ne betimi aya amade anko yie ntwa yie no metimi ahyehye omo niema yie ne ene nam so amo metro anamo eti se omo ye bibia intentem se be ya ombenya akwanya ene bre bebre no etimi abonto a ede hye afimpi mienu ni aduonu wotwe abato a eda ye ni mu nti de omo ye bia no ne kwan so pepepe wa beti se ne ye ya febe obi eda ye do obi chen obi ena amani okro ne ho kro no ba ne omo niema ntwa ye nko eda bi just nkodua frempon krata no mo chese da bi bibie no he tisa de omo ye nyina no enam ne mra kwan so nti ubi a beti sa ansem no bomodin ne botugu baby nti we ne nsem a kosi se sa regional chairmen ahodo mienu de sa ansem beto montene no omo so anu yi a omo de egu nkrata so a omo de aba beto montene no eni yemfri ho na yento aso nkonsem foforo mu emfa emaw onimonya for Martin Kpebu eba no emra manim ni a oidi mutintima na cheso nim amanyo sem ni mra ewo man Ghana hapa nene wodi kokobo kwa ma the National Democratic Congress NDC ameni oku a mampeni John Dramani Mahama eda no ne na pamfo nyina wo chese amemu no monhwe no monti omeni no mum niye san se ye dan eni ni ebu nkompo kohwe echi afimpi mienu ni aduonu na asa ne eto abanim awa MPP ameni oku na echi konsa so monkotena baby san sa ameni osem no muntimi ndi niye ena ya mamra no so momfanye adwuma yi o mabetena so nkontabuo bi ankoso no ayesumom koto baby no omoma omeninda san se Ghana for the hia pepepe yo ewo bibibia yeyemu nti se omote so obu oman no monhwe se omoniema omoye nyina ne niema omudi gu akwam ni hye nyina bibia edida na akwam san se koba so oman nyo omoniema yi a sene ensuo ye san so na wi abeye Ghana de chefo eni abre party tu ni maburu no san koyi ometro aba ede etom so we de kokobo pa eno de kwama ndi samenuko so omonhwe no montena so no mumbu amemu no eyi na bibia no entimi enkoso.
Yes, but Baumia, I'm surprised that they say the young people in the MPP, they prefer it. Baumia doesn't stand a chance in 2028.
Why do you say this so emphatically? How do you know that?
Oh, no. 1.6 million votes. You can't wipe out 1.6 million votes in a 4-year cycle unless NDC, just misrule to a level beyond even what Akufo-Addo did. I think we are going to sit down for them to do that. They won't get that chance. What Akufo-Addo did was the last. You know, there's still a lot of anger in the system. You see why John Mahama's approval ratings
which we will get to.
Yes. Is coming down. There's still a lot of anger. What Akufo-Addo did to us, we are not going to sit down for that to happen again. Then this country will explode.
So the only chance you say, or the factors that will play to the advantage of the NPP is if the NDC misgoverns
extremely
beyond what we saw.
Akufo-Addo did. But you see that by the, what do you call it, statistics, okay, the track record, JM's administration has always been better than Akufo-Addo. For 8 years, Akufo-Addo couldn't beat JM 1 year on the corruption fight. When it comes to press freedom, yeah, it was 2018, the one we held the World Press Freedom Year. That was the year that Akufo-Addo did well, but it didn't even match JM's highest. So, long story short, press freedom, JM is better than Akufo-Addo. When it comes to economy, JM is better, etc. Right? Democracy, JM is better. So, based on the records, if JM just goes a little bit beyond what he did the last time, his administration will be better than Akufo-Addo. And you see, the main thing is that the citizenry have changed. You see, the Gen Z people who sat down quietly, there's a lot of anger in the system. So if there is a least misrule, Charlie, no, we won't like what...
And especially, you make a very good point, because the total eligible voters nationwide, 75% of them are below 45 years. Good. So these are people who are either in middle or upper class. They've experienced the real impact of the economy over the period. A number of them have been hit in many ways by the economic situation, the governance situation. They live the realities that we talk about on a daily basis. Yeah. So that would definitely influence the decision they take on who becomes leader. Yeah, absolutely. That is what we're seeing.
Absolutely. Yes, and so, yeah, let's say, is the economy stupid? First, you start with the stomach.
Indeed.
Yes, people's sustenance needs, because the first human instinct is self-preservation. As you try to preserve yourself, one of them will be, you have to live first.
Absolutely.
You have to eke out a living, right? Yes, so if you look at it in that context, yes, this current administration, you have, JM is 1958, right? So about 67. right? So, but as I said, you are looking at the old track record. I mean, from all indication, he's going to do far better. Okay, so if he's going to do far better,
all things being equal.
Yes, thank you. It's not going to be that bad. So the person going to take over for him, as I said, because of the huge mandate they got, 1.6 million, it looks like it will be extremely difficult at this stage to insist on the less than 63.
I was saying free way and so on some nesson concern for from more and farmer, Mamma, Hannah, Louisa, BCU Cote, one and a year penny quantre for the Minerals Development Fund, Kuno annual. Natchez and Yama Hodwa, fire from a good year, Tronius and your walk, Galam Seno, Agena Mamma Kuma Ponosu ye papa on Feniagro. Now, Ninkom concentration for Betritrim Coma. Nina no Yama Hodwa, wooing in no fair mo. Any dear Titi no, any do about bedroom some pen sueno. What nay eche, what is a babono warfare mu pay a din ye man or nensono. But I ain't done it 3 moon afin so dana kuma pronounce so beti me apima kone ni mosa kwa ne sono. Any muna bemu crying to a brandy a brand on or tema edema sebi one more munibi. San say bedroom pen so be no ni she one home and kwa 4 crab pulled on home chrono bensono. Or pim corn any mene, wabadru some pen so ya. Wababedra won fa wonu mo munibi no India girl crying she munin to aso de maye na kosem ni ne mo fam a wo yini no say and odin same way.
So everything was taken off and I had sores all over, and my auntie would not let me be with my cousins because of the sores. And we go to the farm, Bofuaka. It's now that I see how far Bofuaka was, and I'll be given this cassava, come home, and this is what God did. The mountain top where I suffered so much, that's why he gave me a land to put my village house.
Can you imagine?
So anytime I go and I sit in front of my house, giving candies, yogurt, and other stuff, biscuits to kids, children who be passing, going with their parents, whoever they are to farm. People don't understand because I suffered on them. Then with sores on my legs, and I'm not ashamed of the scars because they remind me of where I'm coming from.
It tells a story.
It tells a story. And I remember once I had sores in my mouth, and this woman said, "You can't even drink from the cup." Then sometimes I'll be beaten.
But what was your mom?
My mom was at Akumadan. She was at Akumadan. That's the elder sister, and you know the tradition. And so I was maltreated. I remember there was a time I was eating fufu. Because I had sauce in my mouth, I wouldn't be allowed to eat with my cousins. And she's alive. And I'm saying this because once, when I became a minister, there was a big family meeting, and I asked them to ask her. She was sitting down. I said, "Tell me, what did I do wrong to you?" Because even after I became a minister, you are the one who went to the MPPs when I was campaigning to tell them why I was not wearing panties when I was a child. I was living with you. Yeah, it was a campaign message.
Did she give you panties?
No, she didn't. I told her.
She did not give her. Why she
did not, but I told her in front of the whole family the reason why I was living with her and I was wearing no panties. She bowed her head.
Of course.
And said she's done nothing. I said, "Then please, can you leave me alone now?"
Yeah, that's it.
You know, because I had saw. You see this your ankle, the bone? You know, now that I become a doctor, I know that is because there's poor circulation. So then it was passy, and let your viewers forgive me. Because it's a bit, you know. The soup got finished. Then I said, "Ma, I'm quite nice." He said, "Come." I go closer. They pour water on the fufu. Added salt. Sit. I'll take piece of fufu. You use it on the you use it on the salt. Put in there and swallow.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, will eat it.
But what if you had died via an infection?
I did.
No, but what was the problem? Why?
No, I don't know. I think that right now should be between her and God. I hold nothing against Martha because she is the elder of my mother. My mother comes after her. They are siblings.
Yegusu ejina ndi si ameni okono na yenko piemu won kokko mensini no wepoye mantemo na chairman, national chairman, the National Democratic Congress, NDC Amenyo Kono, Johnson, Essie Dunketia, na Hotedi, General Mosquito, Banai Copiemu, ene timemufo mo ho bi e kwotwetwe nkomo ne nyina no kyerem afimpimienu ne aduonu nan sene omoyi omakoma mu to aba no de man dis amenu ko ne no aseda ene wadan nani a wo ba de abro mo sanse bebi e kyekyere aboa no ehwa ne esane no mo hwe bank ne bi command dis amenu ko na hu behia yesa asede esebia no omotimide emomenum na onmunyafo Johnson ese edu nkete kyerem se wono mo hwe animu sa baban bebo omudin na dibra hodo no muso etimi afa di so no wo mo ko makoma ntom yensa so mu gusua eye adwuma dendenden enum na o che se ko ba se o mo twen ya se o mo ebe bobon kofo binum di wa bra adwuma Ghana fo de ahye wonom se nam so mo mutubi no ma anya ene afimpi mienu ne aduonu wo twen ebe o mbebo mu echi konse yo mefra memu ni so munya abotre na omonum si ontwen ope wo ebedru so a se fata no ye de sa atumi no ebema
Eastern region ba and I'm saying that say Brewo Ashanti region. If we say, Naya Mayan said, I hope he said, Eastern region, and the Ashanti region there, a no-go area for NBC. I don't think now you're back and pay crowd Eastern region. Organizers no share baby, no baby, now said the Baya, Oba, you may move, they are say, or more yard here. Ubeba na uko yebeto abanu na ujina wa ABC. 2024 no de. Me sheda ka kire wo se. Me ma obi a the program mama. Na election results ye ni se de tie. And the campaign so ye ya. Enye ba bia wo ko hia wo profo na wo ma ba anye so. Eya de a wo kwa ko ka wasemo a kire. Nipa na womonte wasewase na onya abutre ka na ochechire wuyi a wati anya wo obedi wachi enti se campaign se obekọ ba bia wo nkofo wo de abo anye nso dia ene nka campaign no hia enti wo munya ma me na me nhwe ye results a abetwam na me hu ba bia eho sinto na yanko na yɛde wɔ mo nkɔ kasa sɛde bɛyɛ a yɛbɛtumi asakra bi ma bɛka yɛ ho ɛno nti ɛba ɛnkɔkɔɔ ha ɛkɔ asumɔden race ɛne baabi bɛyɛ mmienu so koraa ka ho ɛno nti abatoɔ no nsonsuansoɔ ɛbaeɛ na kyɛ sɛ yɛhunu sɛ yɛbaeɛ ɛbɔhyɛ a nananom ɛne partifoɔ de hyɛeɛ sɛ Afia yato abawo koko constituency near Timia number 15,000 brada. And so results by near 21,000. And just yes, where they buy Nanano ATMI. Na yes, Sakra Bibia, I am Kakra. But said you see jump from 13,000 to 21, a yard double. Let us say, who said a higher. It is an animal that was said about near Bedamasi. Said, but you are more young than Obiba can say, I am MP and free hand for Parliament. But again, no more than a time. If it's about to me, back home, any MP, the toss me no so. Your boy, Wagana, for I want to have a who to know. And the man, candidate. It is near the endorsement or near the president, Emmanuel. And not take constituency to her, Obaco, Ibia, a money packer, Krabi. Into 10,000 bra.
Yaguswa jina sansem ni mo na mikobi ni manke bide yemfa nkasa mo kasa wie pe ena adwomtene ni demand isi amenu ko no nkokọ ene ne fa no eye Halidu Tamimu no so jine mo kasa ya wo chesa asida no maso mu pa na emom no so ba behwa ma adwuma hodo a ese fata tememu fo mo ho no e ba bebusu seitan ensem no ento aso no eni
national chairman, the Bosha say, oh, God, a crowd be a Medias, Nana Yamusa Wapa, no Medias. It was a branch of war. And the program is done in my branch as a constituency chairman. Mr. Branch won't take over. No one will send a system or send a account. Now I can't send me free. I pray for Chief Justice. My church, almost a dome on sample a bicycle. I pray for Fosuah GTR NDC Ghana Punya F2 Amamai. I say, some for your sound for Sconoa. But be a free buyer. Ghana for the other call. Tiaja Shane in my but because I am a dead franny branch of one party man of our Ghanaian to for sale. Obidia Bana, Obidia Boch. Young man to be in your position. The Amakuma of any patronage, and yet to man. And then Mr. Ediaba, watch Mr. Bidia until Yasha Yama, until Nadia, and back up for insurance, and yet as Asada, and change away this. I'll buy a beer and a picture of Oyaka. Sabia Shemimudia and it's true and the mimic to it. But what's our chef influence say? Once we see our year campaign, you're near of a Babadias and not go to one of them. And there's a constituency chairman. Means to make us all that ambition and then the vision. And then your year when I want to be of the pet that president. Name the Bosch and I would use. Senior National Chairman campaign. Your 181 branches times 9. Who's in any pocket? 101.
Yen free where na yen born round who messia and Samo na yen more from Mokotro BC instruction bebrena na sisia no musukwa hodo wo so mokono e ho sem na kwakoye bibi o san say placement no ya be for kwan so de no mo fine bebrena nya suku a omo eko enu ntie nam so ama centers ahodo wo man Ghana ha no o makobo dompimo ho mo hwe enu se mpanyifo mo ho nom no o metimi ahwe na suku hu nsem kan no metimi ama na di mu yie e de amomeche nto aso suku secondary schools ahodo a o mo hwe enu se wo no mbeko no na we ye bo ana akopie mu asantemantem kuma asesan se ho nso e ho huru so den na awofo ni bi kasaye echire mu se ni obetimi abetena ho mache kra na yentimi hwe wo ho nsem bebre o mabre kra nti we do mo hwe se mpanyifo behwe no mabo mo mana mo menya suku ni bi etimi akọ.
Starting by Monday, Tuesday, but Tuesday nearby and do as many Fabry or Hanum into your choir and then Friday Nayaba. Ben and never do an about 5 a.m. Nearby a better also 35, nearby and Shaway or Honor say, a beer saw banning your school night and a train as on your day. Or the no board now, moon to me, I just a different school board in a vacancy or Honum. It's me, for instance, probably I'm a banana and prayer, so common a different school. Like me, a crop, I say, minimum or Bassisiano, your new option that be I say, a bass and sanity. And on the best buying, me by you cross and on, maybe when I and I see a credit now called to Probian. One far just to do a far board and by now be ye did. Into best buying and say, Bibi say, by an amaya for your watch a giant in our tours and be dim of furniture. Ain't your best to say be a next year and as a Bibisa no Monia want to share by boy and crying now because about stressing it too much. Putting this around how much 2 a.m. The name of some place school America. Meanwhile, no such use school I'll pay. But my changes. I ain't a pass basa.
We better have 5:30. By Nye.
Yeguswa jina sa ensem ne ye BC so hwa ya twere wie placement ho nsem ne ho nkro no ba no na enumu na executive director Edema Ghana National Council of Private Schools Obenfo na nakwesi Dwanto no so aba be kasa ochem se koba se mpanyifo ye omunieme yi na district ahodo nim omo de niema ne akande ebetimi aboa ama placement na etimi akoso a entrampo nkodu national na mpanyifo ni Afia wofo binum akobodo mpem obiaye bia ensese wonum timi kotena ho a ehun nsem no chese abanye nhihye ye kobasa apa na ye koye nimu ye twon so hwe foforo no de ye nkusisi ano enya de esi ebe hu ni bi.
When we are writing the exams, we do it at the district based. It is the district education office that manages and coordinates the activities of all these things before it gets to the placement. And so we are looking at the fact that if the district education office is well equipped with IT officers, free SHS coordinators, and other, officers within the space of the district education, and they are well equipped, they will be able to resolve the issues within their catchment area. Because during the registration, these errors keep coming, and they resolve them at their district education office, as whether or not each and everyone has even heard that during examination registration there are issues. It doesn't come out.
So they are resolved.
Because the offices are closer to those who seek answers from those kind of issues.
So your problem is the centralization.
It's the centralization. Because
is it not also the case, as we hear, that not so many people should be given access? And so if you give so many people access to the system, then you have people changing things you don't want them to
then you are not trusting the institution that you have built as the Ghana Education Service. You understand? Because the
minister says he has no access. His deputy has no access.
Well, that is to the
DG also has
that's
no
to
access.
the minister. I'm saying that whatever be the case, is the human institution that you are working with. During the registration, these institutions or Ghana education officials work with the learners. They go to each and every school, take data, and build the system. During examination writing, these people are there to coordinate it, and we don't hear much issues. And so if you create a resolution center as a centralized location where all the issues are being resolved, then you are creating a chaotic scene that will lead people, because every now and then we hear the issues of bribery and corruption associated with the placement. And so the issue has nothing to do. We cannot say that we are free from challenges associated with education. It will be with us. But let us empower the structures that we have and ensure that those structures are working based on conditionalities that you set for them. Because those people over there, whether they have access, the regional directors, the district directors, they all work under the Ghana, the Director
National Imam Edima Al-Haus Suna Wal Jama Aswaj Anidino ye Sheikh Umar Ibrahim Imam Wababe Kasa Eye Futu no de kwame nnuanu Muslimi fo nyina se ba no mawari akwentu no momo meninda ho ye pebenya krampo na enkawari ba kwemmom no Muslimi sumne de won ho akwenya so wari mienu miensan na yekọ na wo hu sika ne akade ne nko ade bibia ensi ho kwan nanso efutu de menyino wo che se koba se sika ne akade ne ni ho de a for baba akopeye ne ho ade tena ho na ma obewo mo no wetimi enya ni e de ahwe mo efutu we wo de maye bra e abeka ukopie mo mebie mox ba ko obehwa ma sori akoso ho no wo de apaso kotwa ahoma mu ho no e no de se efutu we nyina no e koma enwanu Muslimi fo nhwemu ne ntoaso no enyi
warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bayan mun gode ma Allah muka yi annabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What we are saying is we Muslims must wake up and invest in Islam. That's why I got that small booklet. What God is telling us to do. But unfortunately, we Muslims in Ghana or West Africa altogether, they can marry by heart and then born by heart and then divorce women and children together. So they become criminals because the children grow no knowledge, no skill, no school, no anything. So they start killing themselves. From Nigeria to Niger, Mali, Burkina, they are killing each other. So what we are saying now is to wake up. The Muslims must wake up. You marry one and you born only three. You're able to look after them. Not that you just marry because you say you can marry two, you can marry three, you can marry four. So you just marry without strength. So God says, if you are not capable, one is in Quran, only one. So don't go and marry by heart
and bring children by heart, become able to look after them, and then they become criminals. You say Islam. It's not Islam. So what is happening in the world today, in the name of Islam, they are criminals. They are not correct Muslims. They are Muslims, but they have no faith. There's no iman. So this is all what we are saying. May God bless you. May God bless you.
And Fosuah Oduahoma Muslim for no see don't marry by heart and born by heart. Sans and Mofa Bebre, I will mugu montremono bebre na air cron for criminals pass. And say, Manidos, I will phone into me, show more into a dear Fosuah Mu Drupa or de qua my yeniano Muslim for. Now we are Santini and a war tribe, I would also at me do be too co to Jemu. A Bob Brahma Bianuko ye fama, yen free horn, yen call or down quanten, we pay a mantemu. Na ye kwe 4 hour mo edua emo wo ho no wo mo sun ye po mo che se enei Nyankopon aya adon wato nsupa de egu wo mo no ba ye so emo ne de aba pa ne nso na ka sika ene afenso mo mbebo ana bepi mu okra ba beto de amomo ehwan ye din ye e de amomo ekoba sanso a na ebebu so sanso abia ye wo a wo so mo di gu ye storage places ahodo no eno ho nsem so akwa ye bo achibidi ntinkebe a penifom brasra ba mu na de ekoso no mbehwe embo
ade ba kwan se adwuma no first ne na mpanifo no mo ye na mutadom no ba ntise ise de akoba ne se nkwala na o mako school ni e fa we school ya boka o mo ha no mo we school adwuma bi eni ho nti ya hwe ya o mo ba ya no mo se mo dom ho beji ku adwuma mu na mo dom ho ji ku adwuma mu e ku adwuma ne ya first ne ya na atofo ne tini ba e be fa e se ya ye sa no e se ne aye mo na ye mo na enya tofo eni so sie se nkwala no so tamaso se o mbako school e bebi school na ya si emo na na tata bebre emu atofo ya meto afia customers na o mo dada na ara mta abaton o mba na efre o mo a o so abrofo no biaba nti o mma fa yede ni biu nti ama eye sa no yufu ni nyina o mi nyina ba ye mo no ama mo no ye ma sesi a ye nyina tofo bia ese se bebi school ye peskin bi na ye de akoma amankwala no de akoschool nti aban yesra aban omomode ya no wontwe nani hwe na adese kwan bi wo ha wode be fa se bitumi ato ye mo na nso anyi bi awenkwala no na ye bompa isisi anto wo moye aban moye
sisi a o hase na mo dodo sen na wo hase
mo dodo na mo de ye sin do be 2000 cries o ha ai fenso e ta di machines ayi bo ayi bibia nti se first no a tetede na ai na wo kwa wo bra ho be huso be bibia wo sisi be yi abo de machines na yi abo ni nyina ba o nya ko pepepe o fure djuma bakura na o de iso sika so a botuma hwie mu na gum o nya ho bibia na wanoa na odi isenso ama sa so atofu bia ma meto mu
okay nti wo gidi se abrofo mu na ye kraba kromu no na ama monia
me gidi pa me jume me customers na ya no me odjuma no metimi frefro me ti wo se debita just start edjuma na nyane enya ye ya
Ho na ya consent from Diama akwesi aboaje ukopie mu ewo despite media ensentwereni ewo homche peace fm nene wa bekasa wo bonyum tofo bi no machi teacher ni wono mo mufri o man Ghana kopie mu man foforo so koto wo mo enwum ho no wo chem se mpeni abra bia no se kobasa o mo ebo o mo sesia na sempo mo fo mo ni makwa kopie mu obi man so a wo mo mfa nsentwereni enka o mo ho enka no wo kwe na nka wafa sentwereni mienu miense bi edi wachi nte kobasa odwumedi ahodo a wo ye wo ho nyina no wonu ne be yi hu fo nyina ba montiri mu na ne promotions ahodo a hin na wetimi edi amane so akwesi aboaje che se omo kwa omo nko a na ne omo fo omo bag ne omo yire nom ne ade na omo ko no makobo omo shows na so omo kopie mu okobo show ni wi a na omo hwe ni mu sensem twefo omo wo man Ghana omo nchi no omo mo be promotions no edi amose de be nde yenye ne sa wo kwa no afa bi di account ho nti sa suban anyum tufo bi meye no wo mo hwe no omo njai
them too along. It is not like, okay, me call US. No one says, okay, do US. Now you want us to sit here and say we should sell you. I don't know. We should sit here and sell you. When you are traveling, when you are doing things, the only thing they do is when they are doing about listening. They want to invite you. Any idea they will devote like budgets. On baby be free. We have one cross woman as you. Come on, say that. Then you didn't hear what he was just saying. One thing I know come.
Ye free when ye enko na lerugu wo mo peso ane so na ine ya me no ka say empanyifo aso kofo mienu bi e penchi a omusu se nu bone omudi hu edwa eno enya asem keto akra na edin e beto odwa no eye mumuni Idrisu ena Afia Alhassan Brahima na timemfo ni bi ene ti aposifo na aso chemu se ndema hodo e ka omo ho ne sa akade a omo ede kono eyade se enubone efenu mu ena aposifo so eti narcotics control mission eye nakofo omo na so ene ni omo kotechi omo chi omo na chese 1195 boxes of tramadol ena na eka wono mo ho ena afen so hydrochloride 120 milligram adodo na friend red no ene bebre na no mabone dompema omo de kwa kopie mu obabi foforo akodi hu dwa enam so ame achi omo enedue ya de omo akwa kopie mu ewa posifo akachi na enumu ena September boso meni de toso eduenu ensia no ye de omo kogina adaka mu etoto wono ma no na omo kototo oma no wie nyina no ya de so omo di tu mu se enubone hu adue de no wo mo edi Ghana hanso so yetia sa dwumedie ne hyehyɛ na ene nam so ama me no ka se bia ma omo mfinhia no edu so omo nkotiri aban kokomu na omo nkosoma aban sansa ade a yensoso so na mubuso eye de na ehu behia ye sa so twen ese fata no wo motimi ede ma omo nti we ni niema ahodo ne mpanyimfo omo na lerugu omo keka omo ho bomu omo ache samrante kwa mienu ye omo kwa koye adwumaden ede asoma aban wo sa kwan no eso ye free ho na ya to ansem ne so etimi ede ama ode a empanyifo bia ba be kasa omo nsem omo kan nyina no mo de kwa magana aban wo mu kyeremu a ene wono mo sickle cell yade no eya na eka wo mu pa ekoba sign roto obekọ asupiti ne ho nkro no ba koda eye machine so ne ho nkro no ba no enkoyi mfa ma omo kran tinkebe ya eye mahama case dwumedi ode aba hwe wono ma wo mo wo yade bia ho nsem na kwakoye bibia sikasem no so nkoyi no konfa nka ho na eye national health ne so mo fenwre mu bi se be ya omo sika ne eka omo bonyina no ebetimi aba from ede ama omo ye to aso dia na ye wono mo menya yade ni bi kwan hodo omo fa so ansa na omenya sika mpo ede asa wono mo yade ni niema ne atete omo fa mu nyina no omo de nsem sei ene to aso.
It caused a lot of delay in my education because I wrote 3 of my WASI papers was on in admission at the hospital. So at that time I was given tramadol. So imagine taking tramadol and going to write exams. What will you learn? You can't learn anything. So that's how it will cause a lot of delay. You have to escape lectures, classes.
From our statistics, you see that a lot of people are not even aware of their genotype. It's a disease where you take some of your mother's traits, some of your father's traits you are giving birth with. It's through marriage, it's through birth. So it's a matter of love. If you are not careful, it's also going to be a matter of divorce. But you
ye free way gusu ejina pomodin semoni enko elibo na mpanyifo mo honom no haso piti ba ko mu chemu se sisi ana ekoba se obi akonya antete ewo nurse na adwuma mu ana se doctor adwuma ni mu ne de ne to elibo a won ba da na num no mo che se ekoba sa na ma pomodin ho nsem ni ntimi nko na nimfa ntima pen fra sanse o dan weni na obu nkompo kohwe ho a nkofo bebre na na wo ho elibo nso ye border na immigration officers wo ho customs wo ho ne ho nkro no ba mpanyifo atitu ne ekuku dan bebre na wo na so ekoba se e de obi a ono hwa ayare ehun nsem ba betro saa hasupiti e no ye kese pa ewe elibo ho a wo si womba enum na mpanyifo che se de ekoso no entwe ye kwa mpanyifo hwe no munye bibi fa sanse omunim de enti a de obetro a womba na afinso ye de bekwa akoto baby foforo ne etwa o kani nyina no eye Ghana na wo som ti ekoba se do tu baby abomoden na ye ho adwuma nto aso no eni.
Initially about 30 staff were posted to us, but for some reason we cannot explain. Soon as they hear Lubo, they all stay back. But notwithstanding, our staff number is so small, and the way things happened, I had to work 24 hours, and the next manager, she had to work 24 hours because in a new facility, and the Ivorians were trooping in and they will just anytime midnight once they heard about facility, people were just coming.
Some of the functional units, we recently opened the theater. Some of them remain closed. See, most of the machines there are state-of-the-art machines that will need trained personnel to be able to use them. And these people are not accepting posting.
Kwasi ehwe yin na mahoden ho nsem o man Ghana ha ne nei wo mo de nsem bia ba betu bedwe ma mo hwem se eye pipelines ahodo na mensase ni mu ebo ama medwuma ahodo ne timi ekoso no bebre na wo ho a ache yie pan tin kan hu behia yin se mpanyifo hwe na update a esefata no metimi di ama sakraye mapa enkoso e wo sa pipelines no emunya sa pa di adachi bi no ebetimi akofa atrenchem anaso yele kese pa e di abel man Ghana.
I had a meeting with DRA, and one of the issues that came up has to do with what they reported to us, the encroachment of the Atema regulating and the train station, the WAPCO as well as the DGA, DRA, gas connection facility, which a lot of our citizens have encroached on. There's interim, especially where their facility has been built. This is more of a national security concern to all of us. And not only national security concern, also environmentally is a concern to we the members of the Energy Committee. And therefore we are appealing to the national security as well as the military to take charge. Tema Development Authority as well as Tema, those who are giving permits to the residents who are built and these we want them to take action immediately. One, any disaster in that country will cause this nation. And therefore, we are calling and appealing to National Security Coordinator to move in immediately. The TDC should also move in immediately to evacuate as many people, to give way, right of way, to the pipes that are needed. This will save us a lot, not only today, but also in the future. This appeal is from the Energy Committee of Parliament. We will follow up. We'll be going there to see what.
Yentwa so dia ne yekowie bibia no ewe nigidie ensemo na eyememe de ye twemu ya na Rapaholic homecoming concert na share so dindindin wo ba Yara Sports Stadium ni nyina na che say sa akodi obede jumedi a wa hwe animu na ne wetu a hye da nkofo bebre na hwe animu se bekoso no memenda na abrewa yipuma kwema bibia na ekoso na performances bebre na no digu akwemu a ene wo no ma omo do no penenyum kopie mu ho no na ye nigidi enko a e dia mo
Ange fuchine na vitu digechi ka papa ke kwa yewu. Ye sako ko tia ho mo po bi be panya ho na ti yewu. Apa bo fire ho ya mo shisha ni na yewu. Bo fanya hincha ne pata no nye wo di hu be se yewu. Esi wa bo pai e de da ko bia be hwe bi. Apre sabe ya di bi dia ko se be bia wo kan che ne fire no. Apa de ki ko ma bo so yo di e chi ni me sa ni na. Therefore, never to the back home. A child, so I for many damage from many damage from when you want it to be shared. I'm a phone and some of rubber dipping your 40 D. A son of the Freddy got to go out in Sakutami because I am connected to your so called Mama Shadow was 50. And then the camera can be a massive specialty. That's when you're the Bema, you see make your West in heaven. Then I'm a job of time and this I come and rub on your yellow year.
promote it here. We show the presidential rule. See them as seven will count on TV. Baby, Betty,
yeah, no, any performances be no she go aquemo, mom copy more, nanya sem kiss cry. Any gender, na ye overdose. Ye engina hair na ye forbidden sem no brave ye, none of Pansama who do a bob one over swimming nano, ye the ninano AC, Edia Mansania Beconi, that talent microfinance and say, KFM Musical Center, and I feel that I take up, said the beer, or moboy children, ye din Semahodono, Ebesum, Edino, Afia Fosuah Oduahoma Sresrebidi from Afia Macro.